Okay, so first, if you hear the TV in the background, that's my kids. They're watching Little Einstein, so apologize for that. But I wanted to say something about the shooting at Pulse nightclub. That nightclub is actually not too far from me. But I've been hearing a lot of things, like, well, that's what happens when you're gay, and a lot of stuff like that. That's wrong. That's not what happens when you're gay. That's what happens when the wrong people get a hold of the wrong weapons, pretty much. This isn't about gun control, because a terrorist or a criminal, if they need it, they're gonna get it, no matter what. Taking away guns from everyone is not gonna solve anything. It's probably only gonna cause more deaths, because we won't be able to protect ourselves. Now, I wanted to say that I'm very heartbroken about this. I didn't know anyone personally at all that went there. But knowing that so many people died for absolutely no reason. I've cried quite a few times. It's sad. Like, they didn't do anything. They were just having a good time. And I believe I saw that one of the people, it could have been more, but at least one of them had a son. I couldn't imagine one of my kids not having a mom or not having a dad and losing them and not understanding, especially so young. I couldn't imagine a child going through that. That's terrible. And quite honestly, I do believe that there was more than one person helping. But the evidence just doesn't add up. None of it adds up to me. But I do believe, after listening, I've watched quite a few videos, I've listened to audio, read a bunch of articles. I've been trying to look into it. I just want to know what's going on. But one video I watched, one of the people who were actually there in the nightclub said that there was someone that was trying to stop them from leaving one of the exits. Well, that kind of sounds like there's someone else involved with it, because everyone else would have been like, no, get the hell out of here, instead of saying, oh, well, no, don't, just stay inside. No. That just, something doesn't add up there. My condolences go out to those families. That was a lot of people. Like I said, normally this kind of stuff doesn't really get to me. I don't really watch the news or anything, because it is very depressing. But that was just so many innocent people, and I couldn't turn away. I watched the news all day with that, so I wanted to know everything that was going on, because I do live only 30 minutes away. I drive past there all the time, so I need to know. I even drove by the hospitals, not intentionally, but I did drive by the hospitals on the way to a doctor's appointment, and I saw the news and cameramen and everything, and it made me so sad that there were that many people in the hospital at one time, and those doctors were working overtime, and even then, innocent lives were lost. I do believe that there were there was more than one person. Whether the media tells us that or not, because they're not going to say everything. They don't want everyone to know everything.
Let's go.
But
Safari.
I think if there was, we should know about it.
And
I had tons of people calling and checking on me, and my husband even, asking if we were okay, even though we don't go to clubs, and, you know, there was still concern for everybody. So, I think that's so sad that we have to worry about that. And I would like to clear it up that this in no way was an act of God. Now, I don't believe in God. I don't. But if I did, I wouldn't believe God to be someone who killed just because they sinned. I'm okay with gay people. I myself, like both guys and girls. So, you know, I'm not against them or anything. Like, it kind of feels like family to me, you know. But God was not weeding out the sinners or killing them because they're gay or anything like that. That's not what it was. This was one, I can't even call him a man, one boy, because either he was a terrorist and wanted to, I don't know, I guess prove his worth to ISIS or whoever he's connected to, or he was, I don't know. I can't even explain what it would have been, but it's just heartbreaking. I couldn't imagine being the mom who got the text messages from her son. I don't even understand. Like, I couldn't. I feel so bad for her. Being woken up to a text saying, "Mommy, I love you," and that getting a text from her son saying, "I'm gonna die." That's heartbreaking. Getting a text from your child, being woke up to one saying, "I'm gonna die, he's gonna kill us." That, I just, seeing those text messages and reading what Pulse even put on their page, get out of Pulse and keep running, it's terrifying. Like, we can't even go out and have fun and have a good time, you know, hang out with friends without worrying that someone's gonna kill us. It's terrible.
What's that? Rocket, lower your look and listen scope.
It makes me want to cry. I couldn't imagine getting those text messages from my child at 2 in the morning or whatever time it was, because I was in bed asleep. But I couldn't imagine.
They sound like they're in trouble.
I just couldn't imagine it.
The wildebeest need to cross
and
the river, but there's too much water.
I know at least one person out there is going to say, well, this is why we need Trump in office, because, you know, I don't know, but that's not going to help anything. Because whether we build a wall and push those type of people out, which he was an American citizen, so it's not like he was an immigrant, but
you did it, Rocket. You're a hero. Go. Is there anything, Rocket?
Having him in office isn't going to help anything, quite honestly.
Okay, Rocket.
I'm not trying to get into politics, but even if we build a wall, they will still find another way to get in here and do what they want to do. Anyways, I want to get back on to the actual shooting instead of politics and stuff, because I'm not really educated too much into that. But,
Leo, we're going to need help to pull Rocket out of there. Why don't we ask the animals to help? Yeah, we'll get the
I'm very thankful
animals in Africa
that there were so many people that went and donated blood. I would, but they don't need my blood type. But had they needed it, I would have been there.
Everybody spread out and look for really
It's amazing how many people showed up because of how much hatred we have for the LGBT community. But
this bumblebee wants to help.
it was kind of nice. Nice, I say that, but it's not really a good thing, but it's nice that so many people showed up to help out,
I thought we said
to give blood, to help those that were shot
Is Bumblebee a big
and
animal?
injured. It's nice.
No, he's tiny.
Um,
But we're going to need all the help we can get. So will you help us, Bumblebee? But we're going to need more help than just Bumblebee.
sorry, I heard an ambulance. I was
think
listening.
Bumblebee needs another animal.
But it's nice how we can come together like that, even though,
What
or
animal
even if
can Bumblebee find?
we don't agree with their lifestyle choices.
Oh yeah, that's an elephant.
But it is just that it is,
Would be perfect to
no,
pull Rocket
that would have
out.
been wrong. It's not their choice that they're gay. I want to get that out right now. You don't choose to be gay. You don't wake up one day, oh, I'm going to be gay and I'm just going to be hated by everybody. That's not how it works.
See Bumblebee.
You cannot help who you are attracted to. And you cannot
Their floppy ears.
you can't get the gay or whatever you call it. No, that's not how it works. You are born that way.
But he's humongous.
And I'm sure a lot of people are going to comment and be like, oh, well, you're wrong and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not.
See us if we act like elephants.
If you can just wake up and decide to be gay, go ahead, decide to be gay for a day. See if you can do it, but you couldn't.
Elephant trunk?
Because you are not born to be gay.
Perfect. Now can you make an elephant noise?
I'm kind of getting off track, but anyway, the shooting was devastating.
Excellent. Now do it really loudly.
I cannot believe someone would drive
Fortissimo.
over 90 miles to a popular nightclub
But we need it
to do that
really loud. Fortissimo.
because of something they saw in Miami or whatever. It's sad and it's disappointing.
It worked. He sees us. Bumblebee's going to ask
I feel
if
sorry
we
for
can
his
help Rocket.
the shooter's wife and child. More so for the child because he won't have a dad.
He said
But also the fact that he had a dad that was so ignorant and
elephant's going to help Rocket. Woohoo! Yay, elephant!
and not a good person.
Someone has to take elephant back to Rocket. I'll do it. Come on, elephant.
Again, I wanted to
Walk this way.
say that I'm sorry for everyone who lost
Go,
a person,
see you back at
who lost
that
a
elephant.
brother, a sister, a mother, a best friend,
Right.
a son, a daughter.
Find more animals to pull them out.
I'm sorry.
On the safari.
I hope somewhere you find peace with that. Or I hope you find peace instead of, the constant hurt that I know you must be feeling. My condolences go out to you.
Hey, where did Bumblebee go? Bumblebee found more animals.
I'm not exactly sure what else to say. I hope those that are in the hospital that they recover, that, they pull through. And I hope that no one has to ever deal with this type of thing again. Obviously that's not realistic, but,
Hey, I have an idea.
I wouldn't want that to happen at all. I even had to call my brother to make sure that he wasn't, I knew he wasn't in Orlando, but I wanted to make sure. I was scared. I couldn't imagine losing my brother. I love my brother. He's like, we don't talk often, but that's like my best friend. So I couldn't imagine losing him. But I hope the family of those that were lost find some peace. I hope those in the hospital pull through. And
let's have Quincy play Bumblebee's song really loudly. Fortissimo!
And I just hope that something like this doesn't happen, because the biggest mass shooting in the world that's not a goal we want to achieve. That's terrible. That's horrible. I know nobody wants that. But like I said, I do believe there's more than one person that was helping him. And I hope those people are caught. If there are. I know there are 3 guarded in the hospital. And, last I knew. So, if one of them was they were helping or had anything to do with it, I hope they get what they deserve, basically. I do believe in karma, and karma will bite you in the ass. Excuse my language, but so, again, my condolences to everyone that was involved. Well, everyone that was hurt or killed, or their families. But yeah.